Okay, so today is once again September the 26th, 2020, and I had a request to look at the future of the LGBTQIA rights and that of just minorities in general. Black Lives Matter, uh, disabled, everyone, just to see how it looks like. I believe the person was wanting to ask me how it looked like those rights would be in the relatively near future, and let's say in particularly with election and let's say the upcoming year. So I think a good way to phrase it would be, will there be improvements uh, for LGBTQIA and other minorities, civil rights? I want to look at civil rights. Will those be honored and made more powerful again? Because it's been diminished by Trump legally, the rights for people in, especially in the LGBTQIA community, and most certainly people of color. I mean, look what they've. Let's just look to the future and just see, in the relatively near future, will we have an improvement where we are moving forward and upholding these rights as a nation the way that, human beings should do. So let me just really zone into that, because I've been having to look at such really unpleasant side of things so much, and I need a little break from that, to be truthful, because there's other things I'm doing besides reading these readings that you're seeing you may not be aware of. I am doing stuff off camera as well for a small number of people that I read for. Okay. So I want to see, will America in the next year, within a year, get back on board with being a leader, honoring LGBTQIA rights and other minorities? Will civil rights of minorities go into improvement? And I don't want to just say improvement, but being honored and strengthened again. Will the rights of minorities, the civil rights of minorities, be strengthened again the way it should be? Finally. Never been really great, but geez. I get prudence with the Eight of Pentacles. So this is scrutiny. This is looking over the details, I think, of civil rights, where I feel like it's like I just got the word fine-tuning. Let's just see. Ace of Swords, clarity, distinct right. I feel like there will be activity over the next year, and I feel like there is getting back to looking at what needs to be done and declared and made law and clarified. Ace of Cups, of course, as we know, there's a great deal of feelings and emotion around this, because, hey, you know, people need to realize to let others be who they are. Does, you know, not gonna, and there's been the moon. Very deep feelings because they've been oppressed, and not just the LGBTQIA community, but I'm talking about minorities in general. So I see these are civil rights. I'm a minority. To come in to focus, and it looks like definitely strengthening, because we don't want to have these doubts. We don't want to have uncertainties where the right to happiness, a family, just let people live. You know, you take your beliefs and just do your own thing. We get a Queen of Cups, this and the name of this card is Therapist. She falls under Prudence. She could be like a director. I don't know why I just got that, but of, you know, who oversees civil rights, and in particularly I am looking at LGBTQIA, but also just in general. Journalist. We will see, I believe, finally these issues get the air and room for, you know, proper discussion, where we don't have some stupid thing I feel like Trump has done to pull everybody away from more important stuff. The interference with that happiness will be looked at. And I feel like the public society is going to have to learn, and I feel like this is going to be established into society, so that our society can be a mature society and not just a knee-jerk, fundamentalist, extreme, intolerant sewer. And we're going to look at where there has been failure, deliberate failure, to be supportive of minorities, particularly, and I'm feeling, you know, LGBTQIA and Black Lives Matter, you know, minorities just in general. Our happiness has not mattered. Our right to just for well-being. Isn't that something? This could be a woman. Now, I'm trying to make sense of whether she is supportive or not. I think she could be supportive. Yes. Power. Okay. The Mage. Oh yes, I just got the rise of the LGBTQIA community and minorities in general is the way of the future. Yes, swiftness. Eventually. There's going to be a bit of a dominion, yes, to be equal. And eventually, I believe, we will see a little further into the future better, definitely stronger than we've ever seen. And I think as needed to be, as it needs to be, to protect people who are a little, that we're a little bit different one way or another from whatever these people are. Bigots, I don't know. But what I see is that this is, to me, the general movement of civil rights will definitely go in a better direction a little bit more into the future. I do think, and I can't honestly, I don't know if this woman is, like, again, this Queen of Cups that I'm seeing, if she's some nutter that tries to interfere and or if she is going to be pointing out these aspects of inequality and bringing it to the public attention to educate. I think that's a very solid possibility, because therapist type card, the counselor type card, the empath, the Queen of Cups, she's very sensitive. We have journalism, we're having her, this individual looks like she's trying to get some public attention through the media about it, and to make people aware of interference, unless she herself is the interference. I certainly hope not, but I don't think so, because of the cards surrounding her and the positivity around her, of like she's trying to educate and clarify and make it clear to people, to, let's be smarter than this. Let's make our society stronger and better. And we do that by honoring the civil rights of minorities. And part of that will also be looking at the darkness, at what has been going on since time immemorial, and why it's got to change, and why there must be equality. And I see that we will move into a new era of that dominion, of equality. But we have to have those unpleasant, difficult conversations without denial and without all that defense, and work it out and honor it. And I believe we will be doing that as a society. That's really hopeful. And it looks like we're shown with the 4 here as power and the mage, swiftness, dominion. Our country will be strengthened for it. Aeon. This is about the defeat will be a thing of the past. It will be part of what is I think it gets regulated more to the past eventually. Eventually. Because this is the time cycle card here. The Aeon, also known as Judgment. So we will be looking very, very closely with a fine-tooth comb over, I believe, our systemic racial problem, our bigotry problem, not just against people of color, but against the LGBTQIA community, the disabled, because I also threw everybody, I threw all the minorities in here. I threw us all in, along with the LGBTQIA community and so forth, as the question was asked. So I feel like we will go over, and we will need to go over very carefully and thoughtfully what has happened in the past, that so it can't happen, again, so to speak, so it can't continue. so we have a better hold in our society because it's better educated. I don't, you're not going to get it with everybody, but by and large, I think holding to account what will happen is those who break, what I just got a flash of with this, with that Five of Swords, those who break the laws that will, I believe, in concern to minorities, will feel the result of their actions. They'll be held to account. Where in the past, no. But now they will be. There's a radical change I'm being shown, and an overhaul where civil rights are concerned, and there will be new laws, new things that come in that create a safer society. It is coming. So that is really positive. But we have to work out the unpleasantries and have the tough conversations and look over the crimes honestly, without looking away, the cruelty and the hatred that have been thrown at and caused oppression for minorities since, this country kicked off with genocide. Yes, a new day, new laws, and virtue. America will grow in its recognition and honor of minority rights. It's going to be many conversations that are difficult. Of course, we'll never get everybody, but we'll get more and more of the community on board through education in community and populace, and I see that happening. So there's my reading for the future of civil rights. I think we will eventually move in the right direction, and I believe within a year. So again, don't believe that Trump, I know he's not going to be in. So I leave you with that, and I hope you have a great Saturday. All right? Or whenever you're watching this. See you in the next video. Please remember to like and subscribe. I get that a lot of you guys aren't subscribed. So hit that subscribe button. Do me a solid. Thank you so much.